Bienvenue tous. Welcome to our international press review today with Clovis Casali, safely seated alongside me on the plateau here. Clovis, everybody is talking about the wee man and his new girlfriend.
Is this the most glamorous couple in politics? What do you think?
Possibly, because you're not in politics.
I'm not in politics, and you're not either. But you're on holiday today.
After this, I'm on holiday completely. I'm very much looking forward to it.
Anyway, we're talking about
press reaction to Sarkozy and Carla Bruni.
Sarkozy and Carla Bruni, and it's in all of the French press, but not only. It's also in the Swiss press. And the Belgian press. Le Soir has its cover on it, and the Swiss newspaper Le Matin has a long article on the couple. Le Matin says Nicolas and Carla are now inseparable and have no desire to hide their love. The paper has all the details on their whereabouts for the next few days. Moreover, Le Matin talks about a possible wedding. A wedding. Some sources say it will happen on February 9th, next February 9th. And according to other sources close to the couple, Nicolas Sarkozy has asked Carla Bruni to marry him, and Carla Bruni hasn't made up her mind yet. So that's what Le Matin says anyway.
So things really moving on a pace, because it's only like 2 minutes ago he got divorced, isn't it, or something?
Well, this is what we learn in the Swiss press. It's a Swiss newspaper. The French papers don't talk about it. And Le Matin says also that Marisa Bruni-Tedeschi, who's Carla Bruni's mother, is apparently in favour of this wedding, but not André Sarkozy, who's Nicolas Sarkozy's mother. And she told earlier this month, in early December, to the French magazine Point de Vue, that she was sick of weddings. So we'll see.
So that Sarkozy's mother's against it, which is, typical sort of like mother-in-law behaviour, I suppose. The Swiss press, you say, exploring the idea that there could be a wedding coming up, which is quite interesting again. Yep. But the French press not touching it.
Well, they're talking about it, of course. Le Parisien has on its cover a picture of the couple, and for them it's simply a case of two people on holiday in Luxor, nothing more, nothing less. Other newspapers talk about it also. A picture
that's nonsense, isn't it? Two people on holiday, that's complete nonsense, isn't it?
Well, they've decided not to comment on it. They just talk about the holiday and stay very factual on the story.
Interesting difference of approach. A very interesting difference of approach, isn't it, between the two countries? Very interesting.
A couple of other French newspapers, Le Figaro has a picture of the two and talks of an escapade in Luxor, and they talk about this place as a place that all French tourists dream of, an ideal place for a couple. So they focus on that angle of the story, really. And Libération, who's very critical regarding President Sarkozy, and who called President Sarkozy President Bling Bling.
That was when they compared him to the rapper 50 Cent, wasn't it? It was absolutely hilarious.
It was a few days ago. Well, this time they haven't put a picture of the two on their cover, but they've got an article on it, on this visit in Luxor, and they say that his arrival has not caused much trouble, not as much as when Condoleezza Rice arrived, and that's they quote a shopkeeper in Egypt. And the Libération tells us that he's staying at the Old Winter Palace, as Igal was telling you live from Egypt, but that it wasn't his first choice. Apparently, he wanted to stay at the Old Cataract, which is another hotel where a former French president, François Mitterrand, used to stay very often. But there was work being done on the building, so he couldn't stay at the Old Cataract.
Well, good to hear that Sarkozy isn't causing trouble in Luxor like Condoleezza Rice does. I'm sure it's good trouble that she causes at that. So basically, trying to make it look like he's working too by meeting with Mubarak, which is obviously part of his work ethic, I suppose. But essentially, this is really just about going there and having fun and rejoicing in their relationship, I suppose, isn't it? It's
Possibly,
about that.
But it's Christmas. You can take a bit of time off.
Of course you can, I suppose. Definitely. Fantastic stuff. Have you been to Luxor? Do you know what it's like?
Yeah, I've been to Luxor. And
I knew you would have. You're so glamorous.
Winter Palace.
It's good, isn't it?
It's an amazing place. It's very, very pretty, quite Victorian, if I remember well.
So they'll be having a luxurious time in Luxor?
Well, probably more luxurious than when I spend time there, but yes.
More on that one behind the scenes. Clovis Casali there, as ever, with Beyond the Press Review, I suppose you'd call it. You're watching France 24. Stay with us.